Hello, Sunday School students, and welcome to Sunday School Online. I am your teacher for this session, Deaconess Robin Miller, and I come to you by way of the Greater Bethlehem Temple Apostolic Church, located in Cincinnati, Ohio, in the community of Northside, where Bishop James Chapman is our pastor, our First Lady, Lady Robin Chapman, and where we proudly proclaim as a church family, there is a God in Bethlehem, and Jesus is his name. Our lesson this week is Parting the Red Sea. Our lesson text is found in the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verses 10 through 22, and our golden text, our focus verse, is found in the same book, Exodus, chapter 14, verse 14. The golden text, as read in the International Children's Bible Version, reads, "You will only need to remain calm. The Lord will fight for you." Our lesson book states for our aim that God's power can get us through the most impossible trouble we'll ever face. So, words to know or our vocabulary for this week is plague. Plague, a terrible event or disaster. Now, during the deliverance of God's people, Egypt suffered 10 of them for not setting God's people free. So, what's going on? Last week, we learned that Jesus gives us wisdom that isn't learned from books, but is received directly from Him. This week, we're learning about God's power over nature in the Red Sea, dividing in half. So, again, one of my famous questions, have you ever been in a place where you felt trapped? How did it feel? Oh, no, it doesn't feel good. What would you do if you were trapped? Ooh, yeah. I don't know about you, but I would try to get untrapped. I would try to get out. Being trapped is scary. Perhaps you have been in a room with a door that wouldn't open. Maybe you were in a tunnel and you didn't see a way out. Feeling like we're in trouble with no way out can make us feel nervous and afraid. Sometimes when we are afraid, we begin to panic. We get angry and we may yell at those around us, or we may cry and scream for help. The people in our Bible lesson felt trapped. Let's find out how they responded to the trouble they faced. God's people, the Israelites, have been treated poorly for 400 plus years by the nation of Egypt. God saw what was happening and understood that his people were sad. God showed his power over Pharaoh and Egypt's false gods by sending horrible plagues that destroyed the nation's crops, caused sores to break out on the Egyptians' bodies, and finally brought about the death of the oldest sons in every Egyptian home, including Pharaoh's family. At last, Pharaoh said, "Go." Pharaoh couldn't wait for the Israelites and their powerful God to leave Egypt. But then Pharaoh changed his mind. Wait a minute, he must have thought. If I let the Israelites go, who will make the bricks we need for our buildings and pyramids? Who will plant our fields and gather our crops? Pharaoh gathered his mighty army and their chariots. Then off they went at full speed to catch the Israelites. The Israelite men, women, and children had camped for the night. Soon They heard the beat of horses' hoofs and the rumble of chariot wheels. The Israelites looked around. A mountain stood on one side, the Red Sea was ahead of them, and Pharaoh's army was nearly upon them. From behind the Israelites, they were trapped. The Israelites cried out to God, and because they were afraid, became angry with Moses. Have you led us here to die? They wanted to know. We would have been better off staying in Egypt. But of course, that was not true. Don't be afraid, said Moses. The Lord will fight for you, and you will see his mighty power. The people had just seen God's power displayed in Egypt. God had brought plagues of locusts, frogs, hailstorms, and death upon the Egyptians. In fact, God made the Egyptians so glad to get rid of the Israelites that the Egyptians gave the Israelites their jewelry, gold, and other valuable treasures. But now, God's people did not think about God's mighty power to deliver them. In times of trouble, they thought only of the water in front of them and Pharaoh's army behind them. Moses, stretch your staff out onto the water, God directed, and tell the people to start walking. The angel of God, who had been leading the way, stood between Israel and Pharaoh's army. Moses did as God commanded. God caused a great wind to part the water, creating a pathway through the sea to the other side. Not only had God created a pathway for his children, but he also dried the sand so that they would not even get their feet wet. Ah, what a powerful God the Israelites served! Only God's power could deliver them from such terrible trouble.
Excuse me. Hello. Excuse me. Hello. You. Excuse me. Hello.
I know what that sound means, and you do too. It is time for our review. So here we go with the first question. What kind of trouble did the Israelites face? Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's see if that's right. They were trapped. Now, if you said Pharaoh was chasing them, they were trapped by the mountain, they were trapped by the sea. If you gave examples of how they were trapped, I will accept those answers too. That's fine. Okay. Next question. How did the Israelites respond to the trouble? Okay, let's see what the answer is. They were afraid and angry with Moses. Yes. Now, if you said what they did, like they shouted, they said, "Why did we come here? We could have stayed in Egypt." I will accept those answers too. Okay, last one. How did God show his power? Let's see what the answer is. He rescued the Israelites by parting the Red Sea. Da, da, da! Thank you, class, for your participation. Join me next week when our lesson will be Jesus Calms a Storm. The lesson text will be Mark chapter 4, verses 35 through 41. And our focus verse, our golden text, will be Mark chapter 4, verse 41. And the golden text, as read in the International Children's Bible Version, is the followers were very afraid and asked each other, "What kind of man is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him." And we are looking for you in our first annual community Christmas production of The Greatest Story Ever Told. We're looking for children ages 4 to 16 to participate. So scan the QR code to sign up. Come on out and be a part of this community production. And as a reminder, read through the Bible with us. We have our information on our website, and we encourage you to be word smart in 2025. And you are cordially invited to come worship with us this year. Join us for virtual and in person services. For inclement weather, see our website to confirm service platforms, for instance, virtual or in person. And remember, there is room for you. Additionally, please take note of our prayer line at 513 681 9665, option 3. Please know that you are not in this alone. Please call our prayer line and allow our prayer counselor to pray with you. And now for your cordial
Listen,
invitation, a word from
God
our
wants to help
pastor.
you. The church is not here to hurt you. The church is not set up to run you down. The church is established to help you. If you're hurting, you ought to be here. If you got trouble in your life, you ought to be here. Things ain't going right, this is the right place to be. The church is where crooked is made straight, rough is made plain, sadness made joy. God's house. I've been here since I was 16, 74 now. And I've never seen the righteous forsaken, and I've never seen a seed begging bread. I tell people all the time, hang with Jesus. Whatever, hang on to Jesus. You'll make it. If you hold on to Jesus, you'll make it. If you hold to Jesus, you will make it. No demon, no devil, no hell can stop you. I'm holding on to Jesus. You may lose some stuff, some friends and family on the way, but I'm holding on to Jesus. Glory, God bless you.
I couldn't have said it better myself. We'll see you at church. For more upcoming events, please visit our website, gbtac.org, and stay tuned for our announcements that happen and are made during our broadcasts. While you're on our GBTAC YouTube channel, please remember to like, to subscribe, hit that reminder bell so that you get additional content as it becomes available. And we thank you. Thank you so much for having joined me for Sunday School Online. I hope that you have a great day. And remember, come back and join me again when we will be looking into the Word of God. But remember, when you come back, don't come back alone. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring your coworkers. And I leave you with my borrowed saying from VeggieTales: God made you special, and He loves you very much. Bye.